anything until it becomes bitter to you. Or you can never move on with somebody or something unless it becomes sweet to you. Okay, I'll get there. In order for us to change anything in our lives, it takes a bitter herb experience or a sweet honeycomb experience in order for us to let go. Bitter, we'll let it go. You know, that fellow, that girl, or that thing, you know, we say, oh, it's all right, it's going to be all right. It was bitter, but we try to sweeten it up by saying it's going to be better the next time. Okay. I knew it. Thank you, Pastor B. Amen. You don't like that. There are two ways to bring closure to anything. I think I'm going to need to turn that off because it's going to make me colder than I need to be. I'm going through those things right now. Amen. There are two ways, thank you, bro, to bring closure to any relationship. I'm going to get there. I'm going to quit. Any relationship episode or important event in our lives. Stay with me. It is a bitter herb experience that ends a relationship that has gone bad in our lives. The reason why you can't shake that man or shake that woman or shake that bad habit is because you won't let the bitterness. Okay. We always got to mix it with something else that got to help us stand it. But see, that's why I keep telling you, Pastor B telling you, that's why we trying to get you. See, we ain't your problem. People say, oh, Pastor B just so hard. She's the bitter herb we need. Okay. And you know when you done something wrong, you hide from her. I ain't bothering y'all. A relationship that we once thought was good and great and is not bad, we don't want to let it go because we think we got too much invested. I got to move on. It takes a bitter herb experience to end these bad relationships. It takes a sweet honeycomb experience in order to be able to move on to the next level in any relationship that is good and needing to grow. We need to grow. You, in your marriage, you need to grow. You need to move ahead. In your relationship as a single, you need to grow. And what's happening now is we're waiting on, well, maybe the new church going to be. No, there's an experience you got to have here that if you don't have it when you go over there, that ain't going to help you. Folk get married looking for that experience, and when they get married, they can't stay married long because they got something in them that only God can satisfy. Catch this. Our mind is a control center for all activities that takes place in our lives. Our will is the key factor in regulating exactly what we will or won't do. Catch this. If the mind sees the experiences as bitter experience, then we'll let go and not return. Are you out there? See, that's why we don't want to see it as bitter. Oh, you know, stuff, and they say this all the time. Read your psychology book. They say when people get married, they overlook stuff reading they're on the honeymoon because of stuff they overlook. But then 2 months into the marriage, they say, well, you know, he's always been dropping, leaving his shorts in the floor. She never could cook. Yeah, you just couldn't see the fried chicken buckets in the trash can, but she, okay. If the mind sees the experience as bitter experience, then we'll let go and not return. If our mind sees the experience as a sweet honeycomb experience, then we will continue to embrace that relationship and move on to the next level that life brings. That's why you got a stronger bond with some folk than you do with others, because before that which was hurting you got bitter, God brought a sweetness. I'm preaching, you just ain't getting this. See, every hurt you get ain't bad. It's only the bitter relationships you need to break. Oh, I'm preaching, y'all just ain't helping me. See, we not learned the difference. See, bitterness comes as a result of disobeying God. Hurt comes when you obey God, but it's good for you. Funny how we get bitter, then hurt. What hurts us, Pastor? I'm glad you asked. We get hurt after we get bitter because we got fooled as if we know everything. I ain't gonna trust no man no more. Ain't no man, no. Every man ain't bad, just the last man you had. That's the one that's the problem. our bitter herb experience will make us let go. It'll make you. At first, if you read Deuteronomy, at first in Exodus, Israel did not want to leave Egypt. No matter what they did to them first, they were making brick, then they took the straw. They didn't want to leave. It's only when the taskmaster got so hard they wanted to leave. And God says, okay, I'm going to take you out, because God had his hands on them. That's why some of you can't ever be satisfied, because God ain't going to let you rest. He get you where he wants you. It is so bitter. Our bitter herb experience, it is so bitter or bad to our mind experience until we got to let go. It's killing us. No, I didn't say hurting us, because hurt and pain is a part of good growth. See, if what is in you, what you're doing with that man or woman, if it's killing your relationship with God, you need to let them go. And that's the unmarried folk. Now, if you're married to them, you need to pray. I hear somebody now going home and say, Pastor told me to let you go. And he's a man of God. And he's my pastor, so I'm going to see the divorce lawyer this week. No, baby Baba, you need to pray. I'm talking to the singles who have yet to get married.
Go ahead.
If that Negro going upside your head now, what you think he gonna do when you marry him? If she won't cook for you now, what you think she gonna fix? Pot of hot grits. Are you out there? Our sweet honeycomb experience will help us. See, a bitter herb experience make us see. That's why we don't want to be made. That's why when we're going through, we don't come back to church. We all messed up and we try to recover. Now, I know I'm in your Kool-Aid. I'm mixing it right now. I'm gonna come right down there and give you a drink in a few minutes.